Man, what's good? We got T Wood here. What's up with you, bro?
Ain't shit, man. How you feeling, bro?
I'm cool.
You on here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, straight up, man.
It's been a long time, we finally got to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Facts.
I remember when I first started this shit, you was one of the first people I told about it and shit. So
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I always want to be part of something. Like I said, it's be legendary. We look back at this shit, be like, damn, look at one of the first interviews. You know what I'm saying? So,
that's my goal. That's how I be telling people. And like in 5 to 10 years, niggas gonna look back and be like, man, my favorite rapper or my kid's favorite rapper first interview was on Tellem Twan. So
right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly, bro. That's how it starts. So.
Yeah, straight up, man. So, man, let's start from the beginning. Where you from, man?
Man, I'm from Fordsville, Maryland.
Okay.
That's why you might hear a lot of references to the Ville and my songs and shit.
Yeah.
You know, we've been saying that shit before J. Cole came out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
You know, like, no knock against him. You know, he put on for his city. I'm just putting on for mine.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's why I just had my upbringing and learned a lot of different things I felt that grew me into the person I am today.
Okay. So, you know, what's Fordsville like for somebody who never been there? Like, how would you describe your city?
Man, I would describe it like, you know, it's definitely ratchet. You know what I'm saying? You definitely gonna get that side of it. I wouldn't say as far as like the streets, like, I mean, any type of hood, it wasn't like the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
But it was bad enough for you to get a sense of what the fuck is going on.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Like, I got wild stories from when I was younger, just coming up saying certain shit.
Yeah.
And you know, I grew up with both my parents, my mother and my father.
Okay.
It was in my life, so you know, my father came. You know, he grew up in Southeast DC.
Yeah.
So he had
Southeast ain't that far from Fordsville, like.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But you know, back then when he was coming up, you already know it was rough. You know, he light skinned dude. You know, they picking on him, so he had to fight. You know, let niggas know not to fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? And luckily, I never had to really go through nothing like that. But still, you know, niggas try you at the same time. But you just see how, you know, the mindset of people. You know what I'm saying? How it is because, you know, before I moved to Fordsville, I was living in like this area, like up in Marlboro and shit. And, you know, just growing, I was in the house with my, you know, I had 2 older brothers, my older sister, you know, just growing up with them and my older cousins, you know, interacting with them. That's the only people I really interacted with. I was in the house with them. So when I moved to Fordsville, I kind of like, you know, interacting with other kids, and you can just tell the different backgrounds. You know what I'm saying? Like some kids that didn't have their fathers, you can see what it was lacking. You know, still solid people though. You know,
exactly.
I still got along with everybody, but it just gave me that perspective and seeing how, you know, that everything in life ain't peachy. You feel me?
Nah, for sure. Yeah, because a lot of people like Southern PG is a lot different from Northern PG. Because I'm from Texas, so I'm an outsider looking in. I ain't grow up here, so I got a different perspective than, you know, the typical person from you know, this area. But I know it's like Southern PG a little bit more rough, a little bit more.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you
like
start getting hit in the exit 11.
Yeah,
down, you know
exactly.
What I'm saying? So,
should get a little crunchy around this.
Exactly, bro. And you know, I mean, you could kind of, you know, just the vibe, just the way the area look, you could just tell. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cause I like where I lived at, I was right across from Fordsville Mall. You know that mall is small as shit. And you know that you going there, you already know like it's a different vibe than Annapolis Mall. you know what I'm saying? You more so like I say you gotta watch it back, but you more so like, oh, alright. you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, yeah. But like I said, it's always been good, man. I never had no big issue. Like I said, I just stayed myself, been myself this whole time. And
so you know, how did you avoid, you know, the bullshit? Because I feel like in areas like that, you kind of have a choice where either you could be with the bullshit or, you know, take a different type of path in life, like take the, you know, righteous path or, you know, better path, for lack of better words. Like, how did you avoid all that?
Yeah, I would just say, man, like, I mean, just first off starting, I would say, like, definitely just, you know, having both parents in my life. Especially my father. Like, of course, my mother gave me the love and all that, but my father also gave me the other side with, like, nigga, get your shit together. Like, nigga, this shit ain't gonna rock on this side. It kind of kept me grounded, you know what I'm saying? So, but I said that to say first because a lot of kids had a father, some people don't, and they still, you know, it's at the end of the day, it's what you take and how you take it yourself and what decisions you make. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I know some niggas that had their father in life and, you know, they can tell them all of this and that, but the nigga, he influenced by the wrong crowd, and if you feel like, man, I just want to follow these niggas, you're going to fall in that trap regardless, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I always, you know, like I said, I thank him for showing me that side of my mother and them. Just, the way it brought me up and keeping my mindset, not never judging nobody, think you better than nobody. But, just be yourself, you know what I'm saying? Be confident in yourself. So I just feel like I took that approach, try my best to stay out of trouble. You still got a little trouble here and there, what I'm saying?
Everybody gonna, have their little run-ins and get in some bullshit, so,
Exactly, but, some shit can just be an L as far as a loss, and you can turn that loss into a lesson, or you keep taking L's and they can be, keep losing, you know what I'm saying? So, when I did fuck up, I learned from it, kept it moving, and it fixed up, what I needed to do. So,
for sure.
Yeah.
So, as far as this music thing, when did you kind of get into music? Was it something you was into your whole life, or was it something you kind of picked up later on in life? How did that come about?
Man, it really started off like, so going back to my father, he was an artist.
Okay.
He did music.
He was a rapper in the go-go?
I would relate it to like, it was like the sound as far as the instruments was like that DC go-go sound and pocket though, but mixed in with a little Frankie Beverly. Like he was singing, but the thing about my father, he never wrote none of his shit. He kept everything in his mind. You know what I'm saying? So this at a young age, me not knowing at the time, I was exposed at a young age, just being in the studio, being around different people. You know what I'm saying? I just remember when I was younger, just playing the drums in the motherfucker, not even making no type of beat that's making noise. You know what I'm saying? But just being around that and seeing it. And then by the time I got, I want to say 14, 15, I knew niggas that was like, niggas I was cool with that was actually taking shit serious.
Rapping. Okay.
And then I linked up with my man Dap, that I went to school with. I used to go to his house and we used to do the Facebook videos.
Oh, like doing the freestyles on the Facebook?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So he used to set up like his own, like, he called it the Big Dap Show, you know what I'm saying? And we used to just freestyle on the joint, but like some funny shit. And when I come to school, I just be like laughing at the shit, but going back, some people like, damn, bro, you actually did, you know what I'm saying? Rap shit. So just over time for me, writing to myself, it was one of the things where it was like, man, I'm just doing this shit for fun. You know what I'm saying? Then it turned to, damn, I'm getting better and better. And I see other people giving me that confidence. Sometimes it takes other people to be like, damn, bro, like, that shit tough. You know what I'm saying? Because you might say to yourself, like, man, this shit tough. But you like, man, I probably think that shit. I'm supposed to think that.
That shit, of course. You're supposed to be confident in whatever you do, so.
Exactly. So it's always good to, you always want to be confident in shit, but it's always good to hear other people's perspective. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's good or bad, you know what I'm saying? And you just roll the punches and, do what you feel.
Okay. So when did you, decide to start taking it serious? 'Cause I know you recently released More to Come. That came out this year, correct? Or was that last year?
That came out, bruh, actually, so how am I gonna do this? What's this,
Just 2019? Yeah.
Bro, I want to say I dropped that joint last March.
Last March, okay.
Yeah, so this upcoming March will be 2 years from now.
Okay.
But yeah, I would say, bro, I really took it serious. Like, well, in college, I did a mixtape called Undisputed. Okay. And that was just like some underground shit, like some funny shit we did with a couple of my men and shit. And I did that for fun. At the time, I would say I kind of took it serious, but I still was in college. I was playing football. I was just wrapped up in all that shit. So it was like I did that shit just for fun, just to be like, man, I'm doing my first. I never put out no music. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, let me do this shit for fun. And it was a good turnout. I look back at it now, and you hear, be like, damn, that shit is so.
I know that feeling.
Like, God damn.
Yeah, no EQ, no type of reverb on nothing. Like,
bro, we just went straight with it, and then whatever you came out that night, that was the final version. You know what I'm saying? So,
exactly.
But I said that though because like shit like that is good, because I like to drop shit and look back and be like, damn, you can see the growth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So. But I would say, bro, like once I graduated, I was done with football, I was done with school, graduated, got my degree. Okay. And I was just like, it's time. You know what I'm saying? Like, time to take it serious. Why not? You know what I'm saying? And I want to make it, bro, make it a fame. But I always get across that, because I almost caught myself like doing the music to more so, I could feel it around my team. Niggas I was around was more so like, we was making moves to make it. I mean, you should to make it, but I kind of felt like I was losing the love for, you know what I'm saying? I was like, at the end of the day, I wanted to keep doing this shit because I love it, not because I'm chasing something. I mean, I'm chasing something, if that makes sense. You get what I'm saying? I didn't want the chasing part to be the number one thing. You feel what I'm saying? I wanted the love and the integrity to still be there. And doing that, bro, for real, the music got better, and it kind of just formed that, like, not to sound arrogant or nothing, but like, I don't really give a fuck what y'all think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I fuck with it, I'm confident in my shit. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna fuck with you, gonna have haters.
Yeah, of course.
Everything.
Yeah.
Niggas love everything. You know what I'm saying? So.
And that's something I tell a lot of people, because I see a lot of up and coming artists. They be like, "Oh, my man's not supporting me. This person not supporting me." But like, man, fuck it. Like, you supposed to water your plants. You supposed to water what I mean by that is, you supposed to focus on the niggas that's supporting you. Right. Like, if your man's ain't supporting you, oh well, that means he don't like it. Don't dwell on that. Dwell on the people that is like, oh yeah, this shit is dope. Right. You know, keep on pumping to them, because they gonna tell this person that shit dope, and then boom, you got another fan. Yeah. And then they gonna tell somebody, boom, you got another fan. Just repeat that cycle over and over. Too many niggas get caught up in that. Oh, my homie ain't supporting me. This person don't like it. These niggas hating. Like, that shit ain't gonna take you far, man.
Right, and you know, I feel like everybody human being, bro. Like, you know, we all, even if niggas don't want to admit it, like, niggas gonna be sensitive about it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I tell people all the time, be honest. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I kind of go through that too sometimes. I be feeling like, dang, you know, niggas supporting this goofy shit, and it's like, you know, I just feel like this real shit is not really servicing. Like, I mean, some of it is, but it's not enough of it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know, I had to take a step back and be like, man, you know, you gotta work, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't even. I'm wasting more time. Like, even if I'm talking about it for 5 minutes, like, it's like, for what? Okay, you see that shit and you gotta keep it moving.
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
Like, no need to waste your energy, you know, about who hating. Niggas gonna do that regardless. Bro.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and with the real shit, it takes longer to pop and blow. Yeah. But once it does pop or blow,
it's here to stay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because we've seen so many rappers over the last 30 years, like 28 years. Like, I'm 28. Like, my whole life I've seen the one-hit wonders that come, they blow up in 2 weeks. Right. But then they gone in 6 months. Exactly. But then there's the niggas that put in 3, 4, 5 years to make it, and then boom, they here for 15 years. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I used to always tell my team, bro, like, you know, this, not even my team, but niggas that's actually in it too. You know, like, you know, I always tell them, like, I'm building like I'm working to build a legendary status. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'm not trying to get there and just be hot. You know what I'm saying? And I understand it's gonna be a builder. You look at all the big artists, like, for the most part, that's here. You know what I'm saying? They built that shit up. You feel me? They built their catalog and they built that fan base. And, you know, like, bro, like, you know, I just want to keep making dope music, bro. Like, you know, I like telling stories. I got that conscious rap. So,
exactly.
You know, I just go back to the old days, bro. It's like, you know, there's certain songs that you can hear, and it's like you just feel something. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, don't get me wrong, you know, turn up shit, I love that shit too. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nothing like playing something, especially when you going through something, that song speaking your truth.
Exactly.
Your life, you know what I'm saying? You're like, damn, this is my shit. So it just hit different. That's
exactly. And to even go back to what you were saying, like, about, like, the process, like, the first time I heard Kendrick Lamar was in 2007 on the Games mixtape. Okay. He had a song called Cali Niggas with a whole bunch of West Coast rappers, and this nigga Kendrick was on that joint, and he ripped it. Yeah. But, like, I was just like, oh shit. Like, I was just thinking, like, oh damn, this is another hard ass Compton rapper. And then what was that? Good Kid, Mad City came out 2012, 2011, I think. Yeah. Like 4 or 5 years later, this nigga dropped a certified classic.
Right?
Yeah, you know. And I was like, you know, that just goes to show, like, you know, everybody got their time. Like, if you dope, people can't ignore the real. The real always gonna prevail. You know what I'm saying?
Prevail, bro. You know what I'm saying? I used to say at the beginning of one of my songs off More to Come when it came to say real niggas always gonna survive.
Yeah. Oh yeah. After that intro where you had the Tupac sample, right? Or wait.
I said it on the jump called Money Came with the Fame.
Oh, okay.
And actually, my producer was rapping on that one too. That's actually my producer.
Oh,
so he rapped on it too. So like before I started, so I was like, you know, real niggas gonna survive. Yeah. But that's always how I go, bro. Like, I always say, like, even, you know, I still might point out the hate and shit. Like, of course.
Oh yeah, of course.
But you know, I'm just not dwelling off of it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you gonna see this, and I always know, like, at the end of the day, bro, like, even if somebody be like, that ain't for me, you can't deny the talent. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's always gonna serve, bro. And I just want to keep evolving. You feel what I'm saying? That's all it's about, is keep evolving and finding your way.
Okay. So, what's your recording process like? I know you said that your pops used to keep everything in his head. You kind of the same way. You writing, you keeping everything in your head. You freestyling, like how that work?
Yeah. I mean, I do all the above. But as far as like what I do most, you know, I definitely nothing like putting the pen to the pad. You know what I'm saying? Just because I feel like I come on my most creative shit when I can sit down and actually set up how I'm gonna deliver this shit. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I had times where, you know, I went in there freestyle, you know, a nigga off the drink or something.
Yeah, exactly. He was in your groove,
in that groove. And, you know, it's about to surround it. So, you know, I'm getting better at freestyling, you know, around, you know, sometimes if I'm comfortable, I know you, it's like, I can go off, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes it's like, niggas, I don't know, I'm like, I gotta feel the vibe out, but, you know, I do all the above, bro, but like I said, ain't nothing like just writing that shit down. You know, I also wrote almost how my father did, like, wrote a verse without just writing it down. It just hit me. You know what I'm saying? You just saying a line back and forth. But I ain't did that in a while. That take a lot, bro. Just keep that shit in there.
Yeah, exactly. That's something you gotta do it like every day. Because like if you write like that, you gotta really write every day, record it, because if not, your memory gonna start to lag a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not gonna be used to it. Like
bro. And I can tell the difference, like, cause in college, bro, like you can ask anybody. Like, niggas would tell you from Frostburg, we was up there, bro, I was freestyling. Like, you came to our pregame, we was freestyling. Like, we ain't, you know, we would be playing music, but then it'll turn like, cut the beat on, niggas like, oh, I'll make everybody rap, bro. Like, I'm talking about from the girls, like, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't gonna rap, you gonna put a motherfucking melody or something. You gonna put an ad-lib or something on this jump. So, man, like, we did that shit all the time. So, you know, I said it to say, you know, going now, it's like, I still was freestyle, but I know back then when we was freestyling in college, like, the shit just came, like, we was doing it all the time, you know what I'm saying? So,
straight up.
It was like second nature, bro. So,
Okay. Yeah. So, you know, who's some of your influences? Like, who did you grow up listening to, and who you listening to now?
Man, so I grew up listening to, man, the first song I learned was Marvin Gaye, Come Get To This. You know what I'm saying? That just come from Pops, man, you know, playing that shit when I was a little kid. And, you know, that's kind of where I got my sense for, like, man, because Marvin Gaye, man, like, that nigga, man.
Yeah, he a legend.
You talk about, like...
And he from the city, too, right?
Yeah, he from D.C., yeah. Like, you talk about, like, this making you feel something and, like, a prolific songwriter, bro. Like, Marvin Gaye had it all, bro.
Yeah. That's
you know, that's something I always say to when somebody asks me a question like, oh, if you do a feature with anybody, and I always say like, oh, you know, on Earth right now, or you know, back, you know, they ain't no more, and they be like, well, you can do both. I be like, man, Marvin Gaye definitely be on my list, bro. Like, as far as like I said, that feeling. But yeah, as far as rappers, I mean, you can hear the influence, bro. Like, I mean, of course, I gravitated to Cole just because he's coming up talking that Veil shit, and it's weird, bro. It's like, you know, it's almost like the shit he was talking about was the same shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like not exactly the same, like,
but it's something that you can really connect to.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know, I can't connect to the, you know, Mother on Drugs, and I can't connect to the, you know, had white, had black. But you know, some of the shit that was just, you know, as far as his city and how he, you know, his point of view, his perspective on things. It was like, damn, this shit the same. I kind of got mad. I ain't gonna lie, bro. He came out, I'm like, oh, this nigga. Damn, man, he did this shit before me, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, bro? But
especially like a song like Tale of Two Cities, when he talking about, you know, the type of shit that's going on in Fayetteville, I feel like that shit really correlates to Forestville, because it's like, it's really a tale of two cities.
It
like,
is, bro. And, you know, like I said, it was like, because I just know how, you know, especially when my father was coming, I know that definitely was in Southeast. That's a whole nother animal. But, you know, in Forestville, you had your, you know what I'm saying, niggas was repping hoods and shit. And it was like, you know, you see that shit and you just see how niggas was wilding. You know what I'm saying? Like,
especially back in them go-go days, man. Like,
man, what? Like, bro, you know, I wasn't a go-go head like that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I fuck with it. But, man, go-go days, bro, niggas coming in with their hoods. Like, we had to shut down our school. You know, I went to Forestville.
Okay.
But the joint not open no more. I mean, the school is still up. They had, like, different schools that use the space. But as far as the high school, like, they cut that shit off.
Dang, wait, why they cut it off?
What I heard, bro, was like, I think they were saying that they wanted to, you know, Forestville wasn't a big school. So they wanted to kind of like, this is what I heard. I heard they were trying to move, like, all the students to, like, I forgot they had to all go to either Suitland or Flowers or one of them some shit, but they kind of want to move everybody in over capacity, you know, have an over capacity so they can, like, have upgrades on the school and make it bigger and shit like that. I heard some shit like that. Maybe they shut the shit down, bro, because niggas, like I said, it wasn't a lot of people at Forestville. You know what I'm saying? So,
the CFE used to be in Forestville, right?
CFE,
Now it's like a beauty supply store or something. I heard
it's a strip club over there, Bastard Crew.
Oh man.
Over there by the jump. Yeah. I just started laughing because it was a few girls that worked in there. But yeah, I was saying though, when I was at Florida, I didn't go to school that day, but we had to shut down our school because we had you had the gang from Swan Road, you had the gang from Forest Creek, and I want to say it was somebody they had let Forest Creek niggas in, like in our school, bro, like. Somebody that went there, because, you know, we was a military academy. Yeah. So, you know, niggas had to wear the whole ROTC gear.
For real?
Yeah, you had to have a cut. You couldn't have hair.
Damn.
Girls had to have their, but you know, we was little rappers. So
yeah.
We still doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? But, man, niggas came, rushed in, bro, like they whole, because I guess they had some wild shit that happened between them. And I guess it just, shit had been building up, and niggas came to school, bro. Just imagine you sitting in class and just a wave of niggas just coming in, everybody's jumping, everybody's turning a big ass brawl. And you had to shut the school down, bro. Like, that shit was wild. And I remember, like, I don't know why I didn't go to school that day, but I just remember when this shit happened. Like, somebody called me, like, bro, this shit, I'm like, what, nigga? Yeah. A nigga got hit, bro, and his nose broke as shit. He was unconscious. Like,
oh, man.
It was just wild shit, bro. But yeah. Yeah, that shit was wild.
Yeah, I heard about them neighborhoods you named, like.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't think it's, you know, I mean, I can't tell nobody how to feel towards their hood and, you know, how would they rep, but at the end of the day, bro, you know, I just feel like.
We all black people, man. All that shit don't need.
You know what I'm saying?
All that shit ain't necessary.
Yeah, all that shit ain't necessary, bro. And it's like, even if you, like, because I was looking at a interview with Nipsey and shit. When he was at the Breakfast Club, and he was just saying, like, you know, him and YG ain't from the same hood. Who he say that was, he was like somebody, he was like, I think Schoolboy Q, he was saying. Oh,
yeah, Schoolboy Q, because like, I'm from Texas, and, like, a lot of them gangs that's from South Central made their way to Texas in the late 80s and early 90s, and, like, Schoolboy Q, he a 5 Deuce Hoover. And Hoovers, they don't fuck with neighborhood Crips, and Nipsey, he a 6'0" neighborhood Crips, so, like, and they don't really get along, but when Schoolboy Q had dropped his album, Nipsey was like the first person to get on Twitter and congratulate him because, you know, he saw the bigger picture. Like, despite they from, you know, rival hoods with a vicious history, you got, at the end of the day, you got to put that shit behind you at some point, you know what I'm saying?
At some point, because at the end of it, like, every street nigga, brother, I look at these interviews, TV shit, like, the shit either gonna lead you to jail or you dead. You know what I'm saying? That shit get too old. Like, it's at the end of the day, it's like, man, what we doing, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just like the way we brought up, bro. Like, I remember, I be looking at Breakfast Club interviews and shit. But just how niggas think, bro. Like, I remember nigga Jacquees was talking about his album coming out and shit. He was saying how he saw the nigga, at first him and Tory Lanez wasn't cool. And they didn't even know why. I was just like, he said, well, at first, when he saw him, he said the nigga act like he ain't know him, and then he added him on Twitter. He was just like, it's just crazy how niggas be so protective, like, man, I gotta go hard. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, bro, like,
and like,
ain't even worried about that shit.
Honestly, a lot of these hood beats, bro, when you really go and talk to these older niggas, like from like the 70s and 80s, a lot of this shit started over petty ass shit, like somebody robbed a dice game or somebody got robbed for some sneakers, and then next thing you know, you got niggas beefing for the next 30, 40 years, losing lives over a situation between two men. Two men turn their whole neighborhoods against each other, and then, you know,
all out war.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
and niggas dying and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you 13 hopping off the porch. They tell you, oh, don't like them niggas down the street. Why? We don't even know why. Like, you know what I'm saying? That type of shit don't really make no sense. But
yeah, bro, and it's crazy, bro, because it's like, I mean, I know it's so cliche to say, you know, especially with this whole Popeye's chicken sandwich shit going on. Like, it's us as a black community. Man, we can, if we wanted to, bro, we can kill this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just imagine if gangs is getting together, like, man, fuck all this, man, look, niggas know, okay, we ain't cool with this, that, set, but, nigga, I'm staying out the way, you stay out the way, and we got beef, we can talk about it, man, we ain't got to do that
exactly.
Shit. But let's talk amongst each other and see how can we make this community better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't even be mad if a nigga was, I'm not mad now, niggas slinging dope, getting their money, but, man, you slinging dope, getting money, and you investing shit back in your community.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
You find ways to make the community
better. Yeah, exactly. Because a lot of niggas don't got no purpose, don't got no angle. They just wanna trap until them feds come. Like, niggas gotta realize, man, if you doing something illegal, bro, get somebody, like, get your girl or something, and, you know, put some money into her, make sure she gets a 720 credit score, and then go open up a franchise or something, or go get some real estate, or, you know, clean your money. Like, People want to just, trap to get the Balenciagas, throw the money in the club, pop bottles. Like, nigga, that shit is temporary. You wake up in the morning, you like, damn, I did 10 bands last night. For what? That 10 bands, bro, you go put down, a down payment on the house. Right. Niggas don't know, they got this thing called the First Time Home Buyers Association, right? You get a house by putting down 3.5% plus the closing costs. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's petty change to what these niggas is getting in the streets, but bro. Niggas just
that's the problem though. Like a lot of niggas don't be knowing.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why I'm not. Of course, I'm not like talking down saying nah, this how niggas should be. I mean, it would be great to be that way. Yeah. But then you gotta look at how this nigga's upbringing is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shit they go through. It's just like at the end of the day, you throwing me in this type of environment. What do you expect? You know what I'm saying? It's almost like I always thought about like this. God accept all of us. Yeah. And they say He forgive us for our mistakes and certain shit we do. Yeah. But I always looked at it like even a white racist person like. When they were born, they weren't born like that.
Everybody's born for clean slate.
Everybody's born with a clean slate. Yeah. And it's all that bullshit around you. So it's almost like, of course you're wrong. Like, my thing is like, once you find out, of course but it's almost like when you accustomed to seeing this and it's like, this is what you was taught. You feel what I'm saying? Like, how else you supposed to think?
Yeah, exactly.
So, but I mean, we at the point now where we, internet, everybody got access to the internet.
Yeah, everybody got.
What's right and wrong now.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody at least has the access to learn, to do better and learn better. Yeah. People just choose not to at this point. Exactly. It's a lot easier. Like 1985, I can understand. You got to go to the library, you got to open this book. It wasn't as easy just, typing in how to start an LLC or how to go buy property, So it's a little bit different. But now,
type that shit in Google.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody got a smartphone. Like if you can post 10,000 on Instagram or post your pistols on Instagram, you can type in, how to legitimize my, illegal business on Google, and there'll be a nigga on that junk that show you step 1 through 10 on how to do that shit.
Facts. And my thing, bro, the nigga, going back in time, I believe it's Freddie Douglass, but he taught himself how to read and write. Right?
Yeah.
And you look at the tools he had. He had that shit. So he could teach himself how to read and write. And when it was illegal for blacks to even learn that shit, you know what I'm saying? We got all this access to all this shit. We can learn so much shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? It reminds me of the movie The Matrix. when they used to program and shit. Teach me how to fly. Like, I mean, of course we ain't gonna get it like that, how they would get it, but nigga, you got access to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about your decisions. And they go all back to the decisions you make. You know what I'm saying? We talked about earlier. So that's real.
Hey, but shit, man. Anything else you want to tell them people, man?
Man, other than that, bro, I appreciate the time. We talked about the More to Come project. It's about to be 2 years since I dropped something. So, I definitely been cooking up some new music. I was gonna drop it earlier this year. Yeah. The only reason why I didn't drop it just because, I've been thinking small-minded. As far as I had people that I'm cool with, close with. Sometimes those, I appreciate the people that tell me about my music, but I feel like I haven't taken over this area. Like, More to Come is about to be 2 years old, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you just heard it for the first time not too long ago. You feel what I'm saying? So, not saying I'm not gonna drop no new music, but I don't want to waste no music. You feel what I'm saying? So, I'm just finding a better way to market myself because I realized that it's more to the music than just dropping it at a time. You got to market yourself. You got to have everything. You got to be the whole package.
Exactly, because the people who really make it are the people who really who at least put their effort into marketing and promotion, or have somebody to put that effort into marketing and promotion. Because you could be the greatest rapper alive, you could be the best rapper ever, but if you don't have the outreach to get it to the people, that shit don't matter. That shit matter. If you only getting it to 10,000 people, it don't matter. Like, you got, so.
And, that's kind of how to switch my mindset because I used to think like, somebody that's in the industry gonna hit me and I'm gonna either get signed or they're gonna give me an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And, we in the time now where it's like with music, integrity is not what it used to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people don't really care. Like, I remember back then, like, just imagine if you found out Pac or Biggie ain't write their shit. And not no knock against nobody, you know what I'm saying? But just me personally, like, I look at shit like that where it's like, damn, so like, if people not caring now, bro, it's like, you can find shit, this nigga dope, but man, I can get this comedian nigga on Instagram, he got what? 1.5 million.
Yeah.
However many followers. Shit, we get somebody write him a song and that shit blow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So niggas, nowadays niggas just going with whatever gonna get them the bag.
Yeah.
You can't be mad. Like, going back to what I said, you can't dwell off that shit. You realize like, okay, I see how this shit is. That, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
At the end of the day, if I add everything else, because I know the music is here, I just gotta get it out there, man.
Yeah.
So and find a way to put it out there the right way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it can hit and make an impact.
For sure.
So, but yeah, the new project is called H.U.S.H.
H.U.S.H,
the
okay.
acronym standing for hustle until shit happens.
Okay,
You know
fuck with that. Yeah, fuck with that.
No need to talk about, niggas be talking about, hey, man, I'm about to change right now. I'm about to do this and that. Like, ain't no need to talk about it. Like, no need to say that shit, bro. Just do this shit.
Yeah,
you know
actions speak louder than words, man.
Exactly. That's the whole point of the project.
Yeah.
So, label right there, actions speak louder than words. That might be the name of the intro.
Yeah, straight up.
Like shit, Well, for sure.
Yeah, but shit, man, I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you, man. Salute, man. You know what I'm saying? So,
straight up, man. You got my support, man.
Man, appreciate that, bro. New shit on the way. I'm gonna send that shit to you before it come out.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Get your perspective on it. Yeah. But
for
I think
sure.
you definitely gonna, you gonna fuck with it. Everybody, I think you gonna really fuck with this new project.
For sure, man. We gonna be on the lookout for that one.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.